Hey, welcome back to a very special episode of No Hype Beer Review. This is the 200th episode, and for the 100th episode, I didn't do anything special, and that is my plan for the 200th episode, or at least I should say it was my plan. And then the guys at Nerdsense just recorded their 200th episode, and it's a surprise. You should stop watching my video because I'm going to totally troll them. You should go watch theirs, then come back and watch this video. Um, anyway, so it's why they did a blind, like, what are they going to do for their 200th beer? And again, go watch theirs first. And then they live streamed it on Instagram, though, as they filmed it. So I got to see what they were doing. And, they live pretty close to Boston, and they did a beer that was important to them, Boston Lager. And I was like, that's a really good idea. Like, I love Sam Adams. Like, I should totally do something like Boston Lager, or some sort of like swill that Sam Adams makes. So I decided for my 200th episode to do the 2013 that comes through and the 2015. Make sure they're facing the right way. And cover glassware. And yeah. So these are sweet, obviously. Look like the tanks and they close and open, and you got Paul Revere in there, which is pretty cool. And let's see. So this one I've had a little bit from, and that one I believe. Well, go to the last drop. This one I believe I haven't opened yet. Yeah. So it actually just has a normal, like, well, not normal, like the, hey, it's a fancy schmancy Sam Adams cap. These are made in Brazil. They're porcelain. Um, they're really sweet looking. Just like a fine bottle of wine. You want to smell that cap, like you want to smell that cork. Just pour it straight down. So I've actually owned two of this one. Same thing. Okay, that's gross. Um, I bought one and I won one in a raffle, which was really cool. It was like $5 a ticket, kind of a thing. The money went to charity. So try to get this a little more centered. Oh, everything looks so nice. Anyway, so then I was able to buy one. Then I won one, which was cool. So that's why I hadn't opened this one yet. The one I won, I shared with everyone I knew who wanted to try some. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I want it. I'll share the wealth. Um, that'd be cool. And then this one I also bought, so only had the one. Anyway, thought I'd just do a little comparison and maybe if we're lucky, a cuvee. So the which one's which? Yeah, okay. So the 2013 has the Cosmic Mother Funk from Sam Adams, and to me that's probably gonna be the biggest difference. This one probably be a hair funkier. I had the first time I had the Utopias was 2011, which was huge vanilla, maple syrup, and these kinds of things that I love. I've kind of been chasing that dragon since. Um, that's a long story for another video, perhaps. This will probably already be a long video. So let's get into the funky one. To the aroma. I'll do the aroma first. So you do get like that faint liquor smell, like booze. I mean, specifically, a little bit of funk. You can definitely tell it's not a like a vodka or something because you do get barrel notes, vanilla, some sherry, port. Uh, Port I drink in terms of how much wine I drink. I drink a ton of wine, enough that like I can recognize port. Sherry, I ordered one actually a couple weeks ago, getting ready because I wanted to do a review of one of these or both of them sometime in the somewhat future. Again, I was not planning on doing it for 200. So anyway, so I was out and I ordered it, and the poor bartender was new. So she gets out a wine glass, glug 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 with this sherry. All of a sudden, the manager comes over. It's like, that's by the ounce. And lucky for me, though, they just charged me for the ounce. But anyway, so I wanted to kind of like reaffirm what sherry was because it'd been a long time since I had sherry. Port notes, I get enough. Cognac, because these are in cognac barrels. Not super up on cognac, and then bourbon barrels. I believe they both ended in bourbon barrels, and that I am up on enough, I would say. So you definitely get the barrel as this short version. That not that the funk overpowers it, but between the alcohol, the barrel, the vanilla notes, some sweet notes, and then yeah, but that funk cuts into it a little bit. It does smell like a good liqueur. That's what that smells like. See what the difference is here in the 15. It's interesting that it's just that funk is way down. Like that's like the most noticeable difference. Maybe a hair less booze note, which is interesting since this has been aging for 4 years and this has been aging for 2 years, like in addition to the years in barrels and stuff. Interesting. I get a little bit more sherry in this and more port barrel in this. Is that a little bit more vanilla too, maybe? Maybe it's just the overall sweetness seems more in this, but there's something else there besides the sweetness, and I think it's vanilla. Maybe a hair toasted coconut, but like not like a bourbon barrel like stout kind of like because that toasted coconut I know comes from barrel. Anyway, I'm gonna say the nose to this one, and nothing against this one. Look at those legs already. Can you see that? Yeah, a little bit. It's great. All right, let's do the. Make sure I say it right. I know people are watching. Like, yeah, we get it. 2013. We'll do the oldest one first. Cheers. Man, it is syrupy. You do get some of that maple. Um, oh my God. The barrel notes are top notch. You do get the port. You get vanilla from the bourbon. Um, a little bit of that sherry, and I'm glad I had some. Was that 2 week and a half ago? I think is when I had that sherry. Um, man, candy. It's molasses. It's oddly sweet, but not cloyingly sweet. Such a nice warmth, man. Caramel notes, toffee. Oh, it's so good. And then that funk in there's more in the aroma. It's not like wet horse blanket funk, but I'm not surprised that it has that Cosmic Mother funk. Let's get into 2015. Cheers. This ups. Okay, interestingly, less burn for sure. Ups the sweetness. Not quite as syrupy, but you do get some of that maple taste in there, which is nice. The vanilla, the sherry more than the port, which I believe I said in the aroma too. The more sherry in this. Awesome alcohol legs. Jeez, not surprising. Some grape note, probably from wine barrels used, including the port. Slight menthol, super slight. There's something else there. Oh, duh. It's like the molasses and some toffee. The caramel notes I get more in this, so I don't get as much caramel notes in that. Let's do a cuvee. We'll call it a 2014. Every last drop. And let's continue on. Somehow I'm getting it's almost like exponentially more barrel note. Just realized I'm drinking these relatively fast. Hey, sorry about that. My computer, the screensaver, wow, screensaver, came up and I clicked the space bar to try to get rid of it, and I must have exited out of the video. Anyway, to finish the review, I did the aroma and I'll do the taste again, but the first time that you're singing. Cheers. Super subtle funk comes through, having cut these together. Interestingly, I didn't think that this was overly syrupy, but cutting it with this, which was less syrupy, this cuvee is like exactly where I'd want that. Coats nicely. It's slightly medicinal, not in like a fake cherry cough syrup kind of way, but it does have that like liqueur, slight medicinal note to it. And I think that was independent, but also coming together, I'm definitely getting it. And it's exponentially more barrel. That's basically what I'm getting more of vanilla notes, wood, um, some of the port, sherry a little bit, and then definitely like the molasses, caramel, toffee notes. So all that kind of like caramelized sugar kind of things. These are huge winners. Sorry, Nerdsense. So I had a Trolio, and I saw you guys have those Boston lagers. I was almost like immediately like, wait, I have two Sam Adams Utopias so that I could do. Thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate it. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, subscribe to my Instagram. Cheers.